Hi, this is Eric Johnson. I'm on my first day of my trip to Browns Park in Colorado. My first trip that I did was the home of Molly Brown. That was in Denver, Colorado. This is all in search of Forrest Fenn's treasure. The first trip, I'm happy with the trip. I enjoyed the trip. I'm enjoying this trip. I just enjoy getting out and being in these areas. I mean, because I've never been in country like this where you're just out by yourself in the middle of, that kind of topography and mountains. And so this is very cool. Heading on down to Browns Park in Colorado. Just like the home of Molly Brown, the home of Molly Brown was a lot less followed hunt because, as one guy pointed out, Denver's not in the Rockies. Yeah, Denver's not in the Rockies, but Denver's on the map. And the side of Denver that I ended up going out of on my hunt was on the west side of Denver, which is actually the dark side on the map. So, it's on the map. That was my attitude. I thought of it more like on the edge of the Rockies, but I guess technically he was right. It wasn't in the Rockies. But so there, in my opinion, you have two conflicting clues, right? You've got something on the map Forrest Fenn put in his book, Too Far to Walk, and then you've got his statement, it's in the Rockies. So there you go. What does that mean? Two different statements from the same guy. I think you've got to have a little leeway in the way you approach this. You can't. Everything's not written in stone. And a conclusion I came to is, we tend to take these utterances by Mr. Fenn is coming down from Moses on the Mount, when in fact this is just a guy. He's responding to questions. A good example of that is warm water salt is not related to any dam. He uses the word related. Well, I know a lot of people have discounted. I think part of the reason that this treasure's not been found is that almost everything's been discounted, to be kind of honest with you. If you think about it, Flaming Gorge is perfect if you want to put all the clues in order. Flaming Gorge on the Green River. A lot of people have abandoned. I'm not going to get into all the clues because I kind of really feel like I've found all the clues, and I'll know, I guess, on this trip. I always go back to my axiom, though. Just because you don't find the treasure doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean it means you're wrong because you didn't find it, but it doesn't mean you haven't got the general idea. You can miss a treasure by 50 yards, you've missed it, period. You got to go home, the plane's taking off, the next day you got to leave, and you were right next to it. Forrest Fenn has said people have been within a couple of 100 feet of the treasure, as far as he can tell from emails, I think he said. People just kind of telling him where they've been. So there you have it. People have basically figured it out, but then they just didn't make it to that final, point. Now, the thing with the Flaming Gorge is, I think that is the warm water salt, metaphorically speaking. The Flaming Gorge was actually named by a guy who, in the 1800s, I believe, who the first time he saw the sun on the walls of the gorge, he said it's a flaming gorge. Certainly has nothing to do with water temperature. And I can really understand why people think it should have something to do with water temperature, because that's pretty straight out, warm water. That's why a lot of people are in the Yellowstone, which of course Forrest Fenn loved. But Forrest Fenn also, I think, probably has been, the Green River's notorious for fishing and stuff. But that dam for the Flaming Gorge has nothing, as Fenn has said, warm water salt has nothing, I think he uses the word is not related to any dam. It's not related to the dam. In other words, the fact that the dam is 20 miles downstream from the Flaming Gorge, I didn't know that until I looked it up. That surprised me. So that certainly means to me the dam is not related to the Flaming Gorge. And all these people on the blogs are like, well, I stopped hunting because I thought it was this. I thought it was Flaming Gorge. If not the dam, then I guess it's not Flaming Gorge. It's the exact opposite of what he said. He said the warm water salt is not related to any dam. he could be referring to Flaming Gorge. And he's saying, basically, forget about the dam. Don't think about the dam. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I mean, he has the license to do things like name Flaming Gorge as warm waters, even though it's technically not warm waters. That's poetry. Folks, here's a kick in the ass, which makes me even more, is now convincing me even more that I'm doing this right. I now have no more service. I'm following this road that, you know, on the map and my whole plan. And the minute I hit Colorado, I'm on dirt roads. I'm out there like they used to be in the old days. Wow. Holy moly. Luckily, I remember the roads that I'm supposed to take, which I knew those were going to be dirt roads, but I didn't think this was going to be a dirt road. Alright, well, I'm going to continue on. Hopefully I won't miss this one cutoff road. It's not that, I think I'm fairly close to it. I hope I'm fairly close to it. Last trip I was worried about getting bitten by a groundhog. I mean, I was being pretty facetious because they basically run away from everything. This one I'll probably get my ass gored by a bull. And I don't even know if I'm on, some people discounted this whole idea of the Browns Park because of the federal land, and I guess we're near Dinah. You know, folks, I don't know about this whole federal state land deal. I don't know. Fenn has not dismissed it. Oh, I guess the cows just, oh, I see. They just all do what they want here. Oh boy. Gosh, I have no idea. I'm probably on some guy's ranch and don't even know it. Alright, well, this is probably going to be him to bust me. Wow, this is really, really something. There's another treasure hunter. Wow, cows are big. I went to McDonald's last night, guys, but I had chicken tenders. They were alright. They weren't that great. Give me a Big Mac any day. If I want chicken, I'll go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I have no idea where I am. I have no idea if this is state or federal land or what it is. I feel like I'm on someone's ranch. Oops, that really makes me feel like I'm on someone's ranch. I didn't know that. I think I know where I'm going, but of course I have no service. Isn't this cool though? Look at these rocks. Look at these rocks, and they go up to there. I just think that, oh, I see. I mean, no wonder the Dr. Bacher in Colorado, in Morrison, hunts for his dinosaurs here. This is it's a dinosaur country, I guess. Hi, this is me wearing my new video glasses. They're very cool, in my opinion. I've only used them once so far, and that was in the hotel room. I put them on just to make sure they work. So, this is real point of view. We're in Moffat County, northwest Colorado. We're looking for buried treasure, and everybody. And you know, again, I gotta say, these trips I'm taking, if nothing else, they really are cool. You know? God, there's a Mexican guy here on the side of the road. Looks like he's doing, barbed wire fence. You could be out in the middle. I don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. Oh, good. Man, the road just cleared up big time. I'm looking for a turnoff, and I don't even know where the turnoff. I'm off the grid. The minute I hit Colorado, I lost my service. I mean, literally, when I was like, welcome to Colorado, end of service. He has me off the grid, and he's got me not using my map. So, like in days of old, I need to really have a map. I remember the cutoff, though, so I don't need to have that. But if I don't see a number, I'm kind of screwed because everything out here is dirt roads. I would not be at all surprised if my first day here is basically circling all around here, and unfortunately I'm so dependent on, or I've learned to become so dependent on my cell phone, that even when I was in the Mount Evans wildlife habitat west of Denver, and I didn't get service a couple times and it would barely fill the map in, it kind of disoriented me because I'm just too used to looking at that map on the cell phone. So here I am, and I'm just driving. I mean, I'm driving and I'm hoping I see this turnoff. If I don't see the turnoff and I don't see a specific number, then I'll go buy a map. I'll do it like they used to do in the days of old, except theirs are probably written down on an old stubby pencil they'd sharpen with a knife. Or it was just verbal. Cold Springs Mountain. Well, that right there gave you an idea, folks, of where I am. That is, in fact, exactly what I was hoping to see. Good Lord, look at this countryside. Look at this. I think I'm going the right direction. I'm pretty sure I am after seeing that. If you learn about Ben and his love of outlaws, and you know, he has all these pictures in his book of him with his 6-shooter, and you learn about the trappers, and he loved the trapper life and the outdoor life. And I mean, Fenn is an outdoorsman to the core. You know, I mean, when Fenn was my age, wait a minute. When Fenn was a young man, he was out doing things like, what did he do? Or they drag it? What did they do? They hooked up a car to a bull or something out in the woods, and then ruined the car. You know what I was doing? I did go hunting when I was a kid, but I didn't really like hunting. I mean, I had a shot at a deer once and I missed on purpose. I never told the guys, my father and my brother-in-law, I did that. I just didn't want to kill the deer. I don't know, it was it's doe season. I was just like, this just sucks, you know, shooting this deer that's out in the middle of this shitty winter weather. And I was like, I just had no desire to do it. Anyway, so that was my hunting experience. Fish a lot, though. I like to fish. Fly fishing's the best. If you're gonna fish, fly fish, and that's what Fenn, of course, is his. I think it's his favorite thing to do is fly fish. Fly fishing's a trip. If you're a fisherman and you've never fly fished, boy, it's a whole new way of fishing. You really, I know it sounds cliche, but you really do get kind of in touch with nature when you fly fish. You learn to roll that line out there, and I like floating line, and you just lay it down real soft on the water, and then you've got, you know, the fly maybe another 8 feet out in front of that on a transparent line, and you know, little tiny, like you know, the line gets the fly out there, these little puffs of fur or something with a little hook in them. And then they just like glide down on the water, just like a bug landing on the water. And man, those fish, boom, man, they hit it. It's incredible. They never see it coming. As opposed to these big ass lures you throw out there and you kind of run them through. And I don't know, I'm just babbling at this point. I'm really concerned not having my service. I can't believe I'm such a weenie. I'm driving along just watching for roads because I do not have my service for my cell phone now, my map, and it's really bothering me. I'm such a weenie. Quite frankly, from what, God, Jesus, look at these. I'll also tell you this, from looking at what I was looking at on the map at home and in the hotel, well, at home anyway, I had no idea this looks like. Now see, what is this? What? See? That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what that is. Damn it, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I do not know what that road was. That's exactly the kind of road I'm looking for. I just can't believe this is in... it did not look anything like this on the map. These mountains. Look at these friggin' mountains. Isn't this incredible countryside? I think it is. Jeez. If you see the blaze, you know, if the blaze was on a mountain, this would be the kind of place I could see seeing a blaze. But I really honestly believe now I know where the blaze is. I know what the blaze is. It's not a big fireplace. Although I still think that big fireplace in on Bear Creek Road in outside of Denver was just... You ever heard that expression, gobsmacked? I was gobsmacked when I saw that, because it was just that synchronicity of I was just like... I mean, I was like, well, I'm on Bear Creek Road, and I'm on Bear Creek, and there's just a giant fireplace, and I'm looking for the blaze. It was just unbelievable. But such is life, you know, those things happen, and they make you wonder. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but if I find the treasure here, then, wow. If I find the treasure here, then obviously that was just synchronicity, serendipity, life, you know, with all these strangeness of life, where these coincidence, our brain with its not even confirmation bias. Well, no, that is confirmation bias. But I don't know if I've discussed it before, but you know, prehistoric man, and of course animals, and we're animals and all that, you know, he had to be able to discern patterns in the chaos. So if there was a line, maybe I've already said this in another video. I just think it's very interesting that a lot of our thinking about everything from religion to whatever could be based on the fact that this incredibly vital mental program is part of our DNA that helps us discern patterns in chaos, so that we can see an enemy. God, this is great. So that we can see an enemy. Oh God. If you see the blaze, it should be so wise. I mean, this whole place is ablaze. For people like me, cities. Ooh, what's this say? Am I still in... Oh, Irish Canyon Campground. Oh. That sound you make is me thinking. I'm having to remember the map without looking at it because I've lost my signal. Irish Canyon Campground. I think I'm still going in the right direction. All right. Perseverance pays off. So I am on the road that I was looking for, that I was worried I had missed. So, in spite of, you know, memory works, apparently still works, I can remember a map. I understand now how I'm coming. I understand the direction I'm doing things from looking at the map now. Ooh, and I see the creek. I'm pretty sure I see the creek. This is really getting cool. You know, though, I was more excited, though, in Denver, and probably had less of an idea. Well, I certainly had less of an idea. Reading the first book was a big deal because it gives you a very, very big insight into Mr. Fenn's mindset. So, I mean, when you see how involved he is with cowboys and Indians, don't forget about the Indians. Indians are huge in Forrest Fenn's life. Ooh, okay, I recognize that. I recognize that from the map. Now, if this is correct, I am going to go down to some buildings. And if that's a fact, then I'm going to turn around and go back and take that road I just missed. Yep, good. That works out well for me. I think down there are going to be some buildings. Okay, that works. That works well. And there should be the creek down there. Yep. We can't see it from here, but Vermillion Creek's way down there. And if I wanted to bother going over that fence, which I don't, Vermillion, no vehicle off designated roads. Oh yeah, okay. So this one, I know where this goes. Yep, I sure do know where that. Yep, the creek's right ahead, folks. Well, this is very exciting, folks, because I'm very close to where I mean, I actually think I'm pretty close to finding it. I mean, I know that you're going, what? No, really. Okay, I just made a mistake. The mistake I made is not technically. I made a mistake aesthetically. Aesthetically, is that right? I made a mistake in that shit. I wanted to actually. I wanted to go check something at the other location. I want to check something up this road, then come all the way back and go down this road. Wow, this is so amazing. I'm here. I'm so excited I'm here. I mean, he could have driven on this in a sedan, but quite frankly, I'm kind of like, really? I mean, it's not. And then it gets so bad. Wow. And then it gets so bad, like this one guy said, that you have to. I mean, look at this rut on the right. Christ. My Chevy would have been just bottomed out a long time ago. I haven't even felt this hit the bottom yet, so that's for the dirt yet, so that's pretty cool. You just have no idea how exciting this is right now. I literally feel like I could find it. Of course, I felt that way in Denver too. Kind of, but not quite like this. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wow, it still hasn't hit bottom yet. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're getting to these places. Here's Vermillion Creek coming up, I know from the... Okay, so this is now getting to be... Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're getting to the point where there's no point in going in. Okay, ooh, look at this. Okay, this is super cool, folks. Okay, so again, we're all watching this together, right? It's cool for everybody? I think it must be. I would think it would be. Wait, this really is point of view. This is point of view. All right. So the way this works is we have a little bit of a walk ahead of us. What happened? Oh, I'm using my car keys. It's just no hope. Here we go.